especially when it comes to guys like Zach, and when he's trying to attack the rim and play through contact, sometimes he might get a little bit wild with some of those layup attempts. But when you're working with a rookie who's used to playing a certain way because he's had that professional experience, how do you maybe teach the concept, as fundamental as it is, about playing offense?
No, I think it's more about supplementing somebody's game than undo. Sometimes you undo something. In Zach's case, like he's so good finishing off one, you don't want him to stop doing that. But there's times, when it's more crowded, or you're off balance, where learning how to use your leverage and use your strength. As you get stronger physically, your footwork can help you stay up. So practice.
In previous matchups against the Pistons this year, Malik Beasley's come off the bench and gotten really hot and done a really good job. How do you keep a hot shooter like that from getting going and kind of let things snowball from there?
I think he stays hot. Because he's, I don't know what his percentage is right now. It's top of the league, it's not right there. I think the most important thing is to try to limit his attempts. And then, there's an adjustment, when you're on him, you have your hands down. It requires a lot of concentration, not just from this matchup, but from the other four guys on the floor, because they could be cross-matched within transition, switches, so it's got to be a collective effort.
And Coach, talk about the job JB's doing that young team, very young, playing well, how you can use it for your guys too, who are young to play well, getting these minutes they're getting in Detroit.
Well, he's done a terrific job, and I think it starts with just their mentality defensively, and obviously Cade's leadership and JB empowering him to do that. I think a couple of the veterans they have for a coach. Anytime you get a couple of guys that have a kind of a corporate knowledge of the league, it can really help some of the younger players. They've been playing this way the whole year, and they've gotten better. As the year progresses, that's a credit to JB and the job he's done.
I asked you about Terrence for the adjustment period. You talked about this being his first time in trade. How's he looking practice?
Yeah, I think Terrence is one of the things when you describe Terrence, he's a competitor. And even when maybe you're not as initially familiar with communication system or play, you can compete your way through situations. And he's also a really smart player. So the combination of those teams really your learning curve is a lot quicker. I think that's what we're seeing. And then there's some games that with our team, we're a different team than the Clippers. With Kawhi Leonard on the floor, and James Harden, the way that he's playing on the offense here and there is different than some of the things that having watched him, you can see his ability to shoot, handle the ball, and to pass. We just continue to get more comfortable attacking those situations and making reads.
When the trade happened and you guys got Terrence here, how much do you remember about the playoff series between the Clippers and the Jazz and what he's able to do?
Yeah, just about any one series. When you're in the West and you're playing teams four times in the season, you're talking about 20 games or extra period. So obviously familiar with him. I think first, like any young player that's making their way in the league, when they have an NBA skill, in this case initially, it's his ability to defend multiple positions. That's probably the thing you remember about him. In my mind, is the switch 1 to 5 pick and roll, that he can take bigger matchups, smaller matchups. And then, like any player, you see him grow.
And Coach, having Karras here with Terrence, being able to play those backup minutes for Trey when he's off the court, play that one for you, how does that versatility in that regard too?
Yeah, I think regardless of kind of, if you get versatility, and we have it to a degree, and we've had it, and then we've lost it as guys have gotten injured and things like that. It allows you, as a coach, to put different combinations of guys on the floor. And that's been, I think we've had the most number of different lineups of any team in the league. So, you have to rely on the spirit with which people are playing to make those things work. Because you may not know a given play, or your execution can suffer in some situations. But in this case, I think Karras has the ability to pass the ball to him, so you can play those guys, combinations of guys together.
Yes, sir. Thanks, Coach.